Everyone, good evening. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to you. Welcome to me. Okay, let me get my halo. My halo is gone. Stroking my hands with his glove. Healing me softly with his love. Healing me softly with his love. Waiting my whole life. It's not there. There I do. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the live tonight. Live chat, live shot, live speak, live talk. Yeah. Friday nights. Why am I not getting this thing the way I needed it? Kedra, Talavera. Hi. Welcome to the live. Welcome, welcome. I am trying to get this thing Olivier. I'm just not getting it. I'm just not getting it. I'm just not getting it. Diana, welcome. Healing me softly with his love. You don't know those songs. Ramji, hello, welcome. Thank you for being here. And for those that have not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, like, and share. Like and share. Thank you. QBGO 50. Kathy, welcome. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for sharing this channel. Thank you very much. It's a big welcome, a good shake of hand. Have you have any bottle? Have you have any glass, any tumbler? Thank you very much. Thank you. Um, it is a beautiful evening, a beautiful day. What did you do with your day today? Is everything okay? And what is not okay, do not give yourself any stress. Okay? Don't, don't give yourself no stress. If it wasn't okay, don't stress yourself. Stress is not what you need. Not now, not anytime soon. Because stress will get you over the edge, my girl, my boy, my everyone. My supporters, my friends. Stress will get you right over the edge. So tell you what, when you can do without being stressed, don't stress. LWA, don't stretch. Don't stress, don't stretch. Okay? Uh, Whatever you have didn't finish today, just call it a day. Another day is there. Good morning. Are you having some cinnamon tea? You need to drink some cinnamon LWA. Check it out. Cinnamon, just get a cinnamon stick and you boil some tea with it. Leave it there for a while. You don't have to use any sweetener. The cinnamon stick is sweet in itself, real sweet. So you ain't have to put nothing, no form of sweetener in it. And make that be one of your tea in the mornings or bedtime. Cinnamon. It's good for you. Yeah. So, yes, welcome to everyone that is here this evening, this morning, this afternoon, tonight, and into Saturday. Because at this time, some persons are having a good morning right here when it's just after 8 p.m. for me, and it's good morning for somebody else. Well, that's true. Internet stress. What, tell you what, I don't know. I don't know, but that stress thing, no. I get things off me very easily, very quickly, and don't go back to it unless I am going to use it as a reference to something. But I don't let things get to me that I am, you know, uh, what? No, no, the worst of a thing, no, I don't make it. So internet holidays release stress. But don't let stress get at you. You're surprised to know what stress can do to you. You would so surprise. Stress eat away on your physical stress. You never know because guess what? Your body turn on itself. And your body destroys itself without nothing doing it. Fatigue create stress. And some person can't handle disappointment. You know, there's some things that some person just simple cannot handle, and they just throw themselves into a panic mode. Then they go to the fatigue. Then here they are with the stress. No. That's why I do the things I do. I used to have a big flower garden. I used to have a shade house for that matter. And I love plants. I love flowers. Yeah. I spend my entire day looking after my plants. And the next thing, I love to sing. So if something come about me, and I ever pull up a song, man, and started to sing. Yeah. And I always tell people in here, create a laugh for yourself. Laugh at your own self. Laugh at things that you've done already. And it shouldn't have. Just laugh at yourself because Proverbs tell you that laughter is like medicine to the bone. It is good for the bone marrow. Yes. It's like medicines to the bone. So when you find yourself going through, sometimes persons might say, oh, but you're getting a mental breakdown or a melt, whatever. No, just laugh. Bring up something from something like sometimes something happen. Maybe you go and you saw something and you wanted to purchase. And sometimes you may purchase a shirt or a pant. And when you come and take a very good look at it, you don't really like it, you ask yourself, why did I spend money for this? You just look at it and you laugh. Laugh at yourself. Some persons will just look at the birds on the outside. We have at home, we have dogs and cats. And the funny thing sometimes is all they do. It just make you laugh. So find a laugh. These days, stress is not good for us. It shouldn't be one of the company we want to walk with. We don't want to have stress around us. The time we are living in is already stressful. The government we are under, it's already stressful. You're looking that food price is going up, it is stressful. And if food price went up, then your living will be going up. So your roof over your head, you will be paying maybe $20 more on what you're paying. That is stressful. In this country, there are some educational thing that is signed off on, and you're looking at it and say, okay, my child will have to do so and so, or they are not going to. It is stressful. So you don't want to add anything more to what is already on the platter. You want to just scrape that off the platter and throw it in the bin. You don't want to add anything more. So whatever you can do to relieve and release yourself from being stressed, do it. Do it. Just do it. Put on a music and you just listen to some of those old time music. Music never go still, never die. Each time you hear the music, it's like they have just sung that music. I was this evening, it just the song that said, I would have to go think on it to get it back to the where it is. Um, living my whole life through. Touching me softly, touching me softly with his hands, living my whole life. So these songs came up. Some of them, when you listen to the wording of them, wow, it's so light. Nothing good like that. But anyhow, persons meet their song, they sing their song, and you can read for some songs. Yes. But just find something that take away that added stress, because it is stressful already. Some persons are going through, they have lost their entire life saving. Some person went through all that, and you can't look at it and say, oh my God, well, I can go into this reservoir and get up something. No. Some persons end up living on the street, and they will told you, oh, I was working so and so, I do so and so, and here am I. Nothing. Sometimes just a few pieces of clothing, if any. And sometimes it's only that is on your back that you end up having. The things you didn't like and didn't wish for in life is for you to be getting handout. Handout. When people are independent and make themselves independent and certain situation in life reaches them, they don't do very well. Somebody have to be giving you a pant that they, already use and you're looking at it. I could bought a pant for myself. Uh, so some persons are going through a lot of things. And one of the person that do not handle stress very well, it's the male. The male genders, they don't handle stress very well. No, 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 no. And the female gender, some of them do not understand. And so they will shove them off. They will went to work, a colleague of them giving them a hard time. They're like a pain in the neck. And you came home and you're saying to me, and you're a man. What are you worrying for? You're a man. Man, man is strong. I am not your mother. Why you don't go and look for your mother and cry to your mother? Because some female don't understand. Men do not handle stress and stressful action and behavior very well. They don't handle it at home very well. They don't handle it at work. They don't handle it nowhere. Okay, empty your mind. Yeah, right? So, some men, where stress is concerned, they will go to the bottle for it to, find. Certainly, certainly, right? So some will go and find their friend and they sit there and they will drink and to, leave some of the whole thing. But sometimes the woman, some of the women, not sometimes, some of the women do not understand the male gender where certain, you know, load and problem came in. They will pretend as if they are strong in that area, but certainly they are weak in that area. So the least you can do, if they came home and said, all right, I have this problem and this is what is happening. This was what happened today. This is so and so. All you can do is soothe them. Okay. Give yourself an exercise. Yes. Don't touch money for a month, right? Sometimes the man just needs somebody to, just download on and telling you what is their problem, right? And just shake your hand. Okay, right? And saying what is their problem. And some person don't listen. Some of the women said, I am not your mother. You want some, go find your mother and talk to. And even sometimes, mother, they tried their best, even though you are grown up. For instance, a man is having problem with his partner at home, and nothing seems to be working out. The fire, the shake off and help to heal the stress. Okay, then. Okay. Okay, there is one man here saying and showing what can help to heal the stress. But it's not everyone, LWA, that can handle the stress. Yeah, I can tell you. It's not everyone can handle the stress. Some persons, that's the reason why some of the time the male find himself that he cannot relate to the person inside as a woman, and he expect the woman should have understand, you know, and she, I can't take on your problem. You're a big man. What are you crying for? You shouldn't be crying. Man, don't cry. Handle your thing. Dida do. And he will step through that gate. And the next second person, as a female, he will sit and sort and speak and speak. And sometimes that one listens. How you think some men end up going out having a next woman? It never ever started out that this was their plan, you know. No, sometimes they found it that this person will listen to them. This person can give them an advice to say, well, then, okay, I don't think this will. And why don't you go and say to your supervisor, why don't you do so and so? And it so end up that he feels in himself that this is a form of a comfort. This is what he wants somebody to listen to him and also see if they can share his heavy burden, right? So he will always go until it turned out to be something else, which was not intended to. You understand? I remember there was once somebody said to me, a male of course, that oh well, yes, yes, yeah, you're so right. And the person came to me and was saying to me about a problem that they are having at work. And I was saying to the person, when the thing happened the first time, you should have put a stop to it. Now we realize that we have some very dishonest persons around. And dishonest to the point that if they can find somebody who will carry out their demand, I Omar or thou. You're Dr. Love? Okay, Dr. Love. Oh, all right, Dr. Love. Now that I know. Mm. Yes. And no. And when you go to the consultant, the psychiatrist not telling you anything, you know. The psychiatrist allowed you to speak, may ask you two or three questions, and you are there letting out what is bothering you. So you are there downloading, and you download, and they sat there. Yeah. So I'm telling you the story. Yes, misery make money. Yeah. what this person was doing is that he serves in the supervisor's role. And what he was doing was padding person's check. So, for instance, you work 40 hours for the week, and your 40 hours would have earned you, said $5,000. Just using an example. When you got your check, you saw $15,000 on there, or you saw $10,000 in there. So the first time it happened to this person, they took the check to change, to go and query the check that something is wrong. And as they said, what I'm saying is what they told me. As they were going in the office, they were called by this person, supervisor, and said, "Come, let me change a check for you." And the check was changed. When the check cash out, he took that he put onto it. So he was, what? And said, "Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it." That's what the psychic says. Yeah, the psychiatrist. You're telling the problem, and then, they listen. Yeah. So he said he was worried about it. He was very worried about it and saying, "Oh, could this happen?" So because he did not took a stance on it, well, maybe put it to the relevant person, could have causes more problem than what was causing. The next time around, the same thing happened. So this time, for the second time, he said, "No, man." Yes, 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 too close to comfort. Yeah. So he said to him, said, "Don't do these things, man. No, because you are not the." And he said, "If you do it again, I will have to report you to the head one." You know what the supervisor did with him? He started to make life very uncomfortable. He worked, and the work never always suited. And he is sending on report, and he is writing up this person until one morning the person went to work and he was struck down. The supervisor hit him and hit him with a stone, flat out. After he get medical attention and he came back to, and it went to the trial and all the rest of it, and that thing stressed out that person. And each time they would call, and don't matter what I am doing, I, took the time off to say, okay, and they speak, and, you know. And the last advice I give, I said, "You know what? Resign that job. Because if you don't resign that job, that he hit you with the stone and hit you out, it's an indication of what will come next." And what was this all about? Eh? Because he is carrying out something that the other person is not into. So you are collecting here, there, and everywhere from the persons who work, and your pocket is being wad while they only get just what they work for. And you shouldn't have said anything. You should have closed your mouth. And that was the last advice. I said, you know what? Resign that job. Get something else, somewhere else, far away. And of course, he did that. And only after he did that, he got some very. So, well, then the man was setting up for you. And this was stressful. And he could not have gone home and the who is home understand what he was talking about. Go work it out, man. You're a big man, man. You must can stand up on your own 2 foot. However big and strong you are, there are times when you became so weak. And you would have asked, this is the thing? Yes. You became so weak under the pressure. So, if you don't understand the male gender, yes, they are strong, they are powerful, they are muscular, but they are things they cannot handle very well. Give a male a baby to look after. Just leave the baby for a few hours to go and get things done. And see how quick, because that baby may be crying and he don't know what to do, and uh, give him the bottle or give her the bottle and the baby, and he can't handle it. He can't handle it. You understand? So we have to understand each other to the point where if I came in and I am talking to you, the most you can do is to just listen. Sometimes that is only what the person wants, Just want someone to listen to the talk or the cry. Understand? So stress is nothing look good. Dr. Omar, I hope you have the remedy for stress. You said take it to you. Oh, to take it to you. To me, I went to. Oh, you went to that college. Okay, I hope you have the remedy for stress. Because some persons passed out under stress. And now we are living in a stressful. It can't be stressed anymore. It cannot stretch. It's stress and it's stretch. It cannot stretches anymore under the stress. No? Right. Also, we have to understand each other. We have to understand each other and, give a listening ears, because something will came upon the other person and they need somebody to give them a listening ears. And you imagine persons now that are laid off from their job, not laid off, but permanently lost their job. Permanently, not temporarily. And some have so many things doing, so many things that they put their hands to, and they only will issue a letter to say, you no longer work here, goodbye. You no longer work here, bye. Now you went home and you started, and some persons took out their frustration on other people and other things because they don't know how to handle the situation. It's risk, nothing but risk, yeah. Right? So they can't handle it. And you're looking on it and saying, okay, I think I have about 5 more years to work. And the next thing you know, your 5 years have cut short within a day. Some person have owned their own home. And we always said, own our own home. But if we think we own our own homes and do not have problem, yes, we do. The things that is that you don't have a landlord or a land mistress to answer to. So if your money had to be paid in the bank and you don't, uh, people were violent to him, man. Mm. Maybe they didn't come out in such ways, but they always want to corner him, man. Yeah, but he did the things, you know. So some person might say, well, then, um, I am glad I have my own home. Yes, it is a plus. It is a plus. But when you live in the countries that have to use electricity 24/7, oil, that oil or electricity too, for the warming of your home, you gotta prepare that nobody slip at your gateway on the snow. So you have to get out there and clean it because you will be having a lawsuit coming. For some that is still paying mortgage, you have to be looking for that mortgage every month, just as if you're paying rent. You gotta think on the food. Some persons are under doctor care. You're not working, how much of the insurance going to pay for you? It is a serious and stressful situation. But we gotta tighten our belt, stand up tall with our shoulders back, and deciding everything. Yeah. So sometimes, honestly, you see you saw that some persons are homeless. I don't think it's worthless. If you should question, if you could get them and question them, it is a awe. You would surprise. Person are living in the sunshine country. That the sun shines 365 days for the year, 12 months, and the hours. And they lost their homes too, due to something, somewhere, somehow. Now, there are some things man cannot explain. So, as we look and think on stress and what the human body, the human mind went through in order to survive in this world, it's not easy. It is not easy. That's why we have so many things to, you could put your focus on. You look at the trees, you look at the color of the tree and the leaves, shape of the leaves, different trees, different leaves, the animal. And you look at these things and you find some comfort just thinking of the Almighty. Just thinking and say, God is so wonderful. You look at the monsters that are living in the sea, the depth of the sea. You look at a whale that is weighing how much ton, and it took your mind away, and you start looking on it and said, God is wonderful. We cannot outdo God, and we cannot out explaining God. He is so big that we cannot get around him. He is so wide that he is so high we can't go over, and he is so low we can't get under. You know? So, loved ones, stress is there, but please do something that you like. If it's go and dance, just dance around in your house. Play your just that your mental don't get in the midst and being crushed under the pressure. You know? And sometimes you saw some person that because them can get across the road and everything. The healed person is rejoicing, and the healer also rejoice. Some person don't even know how to get healing. Be honest. Some person don't even know if they are healed. Yeah. There was one time I heard a nurse said she even if he or she a doctor, yeah, don't even know if they're healed. A nurse said, I rather to work with the children than to work with the adult. And she explained why. And when you look into it indeed and in truth, yeah. When the child is sick, it shows you that they are sick. They will even sick and they feel a tip of energy. And they will be moving around and playing as if nothing is wrong. When they're really down, you said, okay, yeah. You're not eating, you're not playing, you're not even smiling. That meaning that things is down. And when they got healing, the first thing they do is to give you a wide, broad, big smile. And they're up and about. The adult, in a different way, even when they got healing, they still cry for the pain. Because in their mind, I am still having this chest pain. The doctor said I haven't seen anything. The medical I haven't seen. Ah, yeah, you know. So so they got healing, and they don't even know that they get healing because they're so fixed on the pain that even when the pain isn't there, they are feeling the pain. Those bits of flesh, oh, you. Hmm. Get on the gangrene, right? So there are people, even when the problem is adjust. Else, the people appear from nowhere? Really? Let's, let's watch around your surrounding. Keep your eyes open. Yeah. Yeah. So even when you have some person, even when things have provided for them, because they're so fixed and some again, they're looking for a gigantic thing. They want nothing small. You got up and you're not feeling the pain in your shoulder anymore. And you're saying to yourself, oh, the pain isn't gone, the pain is still there. Hello. Claim the healing. Claim that the pain is gone. It's not there. It's only in your mind, but it's not there. And only then I understand when the nurse said, I'd rather to work with children than to work with the adults because the children let you feel and show you that you did care for them and they revive, they survive. And here they are, kicking and squealing and moving all around, you know? Yeah. So, yes, we have to understand you're a really bad case. Maybe your case is not as bad as you are thinking. Sometimes if you realize when you saw somebody else, you will have said, oh my God, then I'm giving God thanks more. Mhm. There is a story about the man without foot and the man with foot. The man with foot quarreling about shoe. The man without foot are giving God thanks. So, oh, okay. I'm not quite sure if I know that story. The elephant man. Oh, it's a real true condition. The elephant man or the elephantitis. You have a condition by the name of elephantitis. Okay. Yeah, so the man with foot is quarreling, and when he later pull the door up, please. Thank you. Okay. Okay, the liver colony. Okay. When you look at the man without the foot, he's quarreling about him have 2 foot quarreling for shoes, and that man don't have any foot at all to put into shoes. So he look at it and give up the quarreling because he should be happy that at least him have foot. The other man don't have any. No? So we have to learn in every situation where we give God thanks. Because we are not thanking man. Even if we thank the doctor work, the inspiration, the training, the teaching is from God Himself. Yes. So we have to look at these things. So when you pray, try not to pray in vain because it doesn't and it might help. No, but you can't. Well, there are some persons who block their own blessings, their own situation, and their own condition, and their own speaking. Block them, block the prayer from going through. You understand? There are some persons that is not they are not praying Job, Job, Job speaks some hard words. Job cursed the very day he was born. And Job, but was he said no? One thing Job didn't do, he did not quarrel with God. Him say, okay, whatever you do, I'll accept it. But when things reach him, he said, I curse the very day and the hour in which I was born. He showed her Pleiades. He said, look at Pleiades, and they're all together. And you know, Pleiades is this cluster of stars in the constellation. Yeah. Yeah. So whatever we ask for, we have to ask believing. You cannot go praying with doubt. If you have doubt, then forget it. You doubt the process, forget it. Just forget it. So this is what happened to a lot of persons, and they will say, I am praying, you know how long I'm praying about this situation on this condition, but you're blocking yourself. Yes, it's a real scary story. And when you went through the entire, is what, 40 chapters it carries? When you read through and what happened, but the permission was given because the guy said, look here, you think Job love you? Just give me a chance to touch him. And you see, he will curse you to your face, Job. So it is a scary, and you have to believe, you have to have faith in what you are doing and what you are saying. You have to have faith in it. You know, I smile at some things. And today I stumbled on a live. And I was listening to the live a part of the time. And I had to smile to myself. Because this is how sometimes you know how persons think. What is right there at the back of their mind? Or will they execute certain things? While the person was on their live, whatever were their problem, yes, it's really scary, real scary. Good. Whatever was the problem, and they were talking, because I didn't hear what was the problem, and then it didn't make much to me either. And somebody in the comment section says, read Psalms 91 for them. And it's not the first time I heard people sending out the words and saying, I am gonna use this to hurt you. And while I laughed to myself, I said, only if you have understand what you are saying and the advice you're taking, you would have turned around and think again. If the person hurts you, bless them. You don't pray a prayer and you're saying you're praying the prayer, Lord, do this person this and do, because you don't look at yourself and see if you are faultless. You are not faultless. But you're saying use the word of God and do this to the persons and do that to the person. God is not God you're praying to. And it's not God you're asking to do these things for. To ask him to do those persons, those things. No. You are so wrong. Very, very wrong. There was a lady some times ago, a couple of years now. Someone and her have some disagreement, and she quarreled from the sun rises in the morning until the sun sets, and she were there quarreling, asked what to be done to the person and what and what and what. And believe you me, after the setting of the sun, the quarreling person squealed out with a pain. He said a stabbing pain. And they rushed her to the doctor. And she did not make it out to even come and say, I am sorry. She just squealed with a stabbing pain. And that was it. Well, I want to tell you, person's not going to do it. Well, I think I am wrong right there. Let me not say person's not going to do it. Let me not say that. Let me take back that. Some person, as much as they're holding up God's coat tail, as people say coat tail, coat don't have no tail, pants don't have no tail. All you are doing is holding up the hem of the garment. And when you said that, you can go right back to the disciples that was with him, and you will see what happened. And as we are on that very same topic there, Ecclesiastic 4 or Ecclesiastic 5, I think. And it reads, just going to explain that out of my head. It said, when thou vowest a vow unto God, differ not to pay. Differ not to pay it, for the art no pleasure, for ye art no pleasure in fools. Pay that which thou vowest. Better it is that thou shouldn't vow than to vow and don't pay. And I was going through and I look at this. It's a scripture I know. And I look at it. No. God did not. And it says, somebody can read it for themselves. It's Ecclesiastic. Ecclesiastic 4. Ecclesiastic 5. God do not ask anybody to make a vow to him. He hasn't Japhet, they were in a war, and God chose Japhet to go lead in the war. And he said to Japhet after he prayed, he said, I delivered them in your hand. The war is yours. No more problem. Just get your men and gather up and go on. Mhm. The morning when he was leaving, he went again, and I would say in doubt. And he prayed, and he said to the Lord, if you have allowed me to win this war, the first thing that greets me when I get home from war, I will give it as a sacrifice to you. Mark, God said, you go to conquer and you are conquering. God delivered in your hand. The war is yours. All you have to do is go out there. Didn't he believe the God who he says he believes in? Didn't he understand what God's answers was to him? He went and they sung the victory song. The war was his. Remember, God never asked him to make a sacrifice. God did not ask him for a vow, you know. And God did not ask him for a sacrifice. God said to him, the war is yours. Go and conquer. Yet he's leaving and he said, Lord, if you allowed me to win this war, I will. The first thing greets me when I'm coming home, singing the victory song, I will give it as a sacrifice to you. Sorry. Singing his victory song, coming home. And the first to greet him was his only daughter, who saw him coming and ran to him, Daddy. Or they didn't say daddy in those days. Father. Sorry. He remembered the vow. He wept. And it brings you right back to Ecclesiastic 5. Ecclesiastic 5 and verse. You can start from verse 1 and you get the essence of it. He wept because this is his only daughter. And he told the child was a virgin. What do you think his daughter did? He says, send me out on the hills and wherever and let the men use to me. And the first thing, God do not ask for human sacrifices. So you can sacrifice a human and say you're sacrificing it to God. It doesn't work. But I use this to show that a lot of persons so often get up and make a vow. A vow is hard to keep. And if you think it's not hard to keep, or kept or whatever, go back to the marriage. Go straight to the marriage. And you will find out how hard the vow that you stood up there and stood before the pastor and said, I do or I will. After you walk from the altar and you are all alone with your partner, and the things you haven't seen before start surfacing. So God said in this chapter, He said, do not vow a vow and don't pay it. It is better not to vow than to vow and don't pay it. It will err against you. Yes. Japhet didn't have to make any vow. God did not ask him for that. God did not say, okay, no, I am sending you on the battlefield. You are going to conquer. This war is yours. And his only 300 men went with him. And they beat Ai. They took down the Israelites, the Philistines, everyone. They took them down. And they sang the victory song. So, why a lot of persons, I will say, I pray and my prayers answers. Yeah. And next one said they pray and they are praying for years and no answer. No change. And some of them get up and vow to the Lord and said, Lord, if you heal me, this is what I am going to do for you. There was a next man. He was very sick. It says he's sick to death. He turned his face to the wall and he cried out to the Almighty and said to him, if you only give me 15 more years, I am asking you for this because I am going to die and don't have a child. So I need 15 more years that I can get a child. I can get a son, not just a child. He asked specifically for a son to take his reign when he is gone because he was a king. He asked for it and God granted it unto him. Yeah. He got better and he went and he got his son. The name of the son was Manasseh. And that son was the youngest king that rules. But after says all, when his friends came to visit him, and the very scripture says, the Lord really looked at it. He did not say, the true God have healed me. I am now a father for a son. And I got many, many full. My barns are filled. The rooms of gold, the gold room is filled. The silver room is filled. And you name all the gems and everything. And he took them and he showed it to them. This is, and he has never mentioned one time about God to his friends. So sometimes we saw these things and we look at them and we said, oh, it was then. Hello. The same God yesterday, the same God then is the same God today. And the people then is the attitude of the people today. Right? And in real life, a lot of persons, they showed all that they achieve materially, but they have not mentioned God one time. They make it look like they are Nebuchadnezzar. Very strong guy. Yeah, good leader. And when he saw all what was happening, what he said, he smote his chest and he said, I, Nebuchadnezzar, build Babylon. Whether it is figuratively or it's showing how you can cut down within few seconds, because it can be figuratively speaking. All that you have can be taken away within the snap of a finger. Nebuchadnezzar smote is big, bad, and bold. I am the one with the power. And he said, I, Nebuchadnezzar, who builds Babylon. And he was cut down. It's a dew fall on him. He was put out there in the pasture like an animal. And that, I believe, is figuratively to show you, you went up and you took long to go up, but within the snap of a finger, you are right down to where, below where you were. No, they don't. You understand? Philosophically, no. You have any debate. So I brought all of that to say, very, I think it's in the New Testament that says, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than a rich man to enter the kingdom of God. The needle eye is the thing that the hole that they made in the wall that they in those days, in as we saw all those places were made. The camel had to go down on its knee to go through because it's too high, and then it have the hump in its back, so it have to kneel to go under. And it says it is easier for the camel to do that. So as a question you asked, and I said some. Lot wife, they say she turned a pillar of salt because she looked back on her riches. It was not the physically turn around and look at the palace that you're taken from. It was her mind, her whole her. Look where I live, and I am being taken from here. I wonder where I am going to go. Hmm? Oh my God, I remember the lawn. I remember. And it says she turned a pillar of salt. So some persons, they are lip servers. Their heart is not there. Some who have been blessed and blessed and blessed, it have taken them away from the love of God. They just keep looking on the other person. Wow, I have it. And they start looking down on you. There's a place in Jamaica, despite for being led into the wilderness, into an unknown place. Yeah. So she's looking on it to say, well, then, my God. But guess what? What that is pointing out, you have not trusted God enough. Because all you set on is on the material things. And a lot of person is very materialistic. He gave it to us. It's for our comfort. But he said, do not set your heart on it. So you live with it. It makes you comfortable. He blessed you. But do not make it to be your God. Don't make it to be your God. And that is what happened to a lot of persons. They put it as their God. They put it that ever you speak about it and you are. Don't make it be your God. If you had to leave it, you're ready and ready to go with all your life. Because when you have life and have your health, then you will achieve and achieve even more than what you left there. Okay? So, it brought you all in, especially on New Year's, when persons go to the watch night and people are saying, I am making the New Year's resolution. Oh my God, you didn't even keep the first one out there. Are you coming to make a next one? Jerk chicken. Jerk chicken and roti. That's what you're having? Yeah. You didn't even keep last year one. You didn't keep the one before. But you're coming to make a next vow and calling it resolution. So you didn't pay that one. And you're coming to make a next one. And some of them is so honest, They said, I did break the resolution. Of course I break it. Vow is something hard to keep. Believe me. Said better vow. It's easier for you don't vow. How many persons vow? And sometimes 3, 4 times they vowed. I take this woman to be my lawful wedded wife, to love, keep, and cherish until the day we die. Have you ever think about these things? Look at them. Life is a university. It teaches you so many things. The very simple things you may look on around you, it's a lesson. Oh, yes, I love her. I love her. And the same woman you love, the same wife, as the same one you destroyed. The same husband, I will see no other man. It's only my husband. No other person. And you went 1 mile away from that husband. And you forget all of this. And somebody present their self like knight in shining armor and say something that your ears wanted to hear, and you gone straight into the arms of that person. And when it's all over, it presents itself before you and said, your husband, oh my God, I have committed a sin, my God, my God, my God. How did this happen? Okay, I'm going to treat it as if it didn't happen. A vow. So, people, be careful how you make vows. I have seen the new trend now that persons uses their partner or who and tattooed their name on them. That's a vow too. You tattooed the person name across your chest. 6 months, 1 year down the line, it's another person. You and that person, that you name that you have tattooed to show how you are dedicated. This is the only person. The next time a woman is looking on you is and getting close to you, they are lying down with you and the next woman name on you. Because it can't be erased. It can. These are lessons. These are life lessons. And we took them as if, like it's a joke. It's like nothing. But look deep in them. And you will look at the mistakes and this twisted tongue we have, what it says. Somebody, I know, get in friendship with this girl. And maybe he didn't notice. But after going on for a while, of course, a time came when they both got nude. And when he noticed, there was a person's name tattooed on her breast. Whose name is that? Oh, it was my boyfriend. But we have break up some times ago now. You and him break up, but his name remain on your body. So you know what happened? This other person could not see past that. Because looking on, oh, that's my new girlfriend, yeah. And when you look at her out of her clothing, or when you went to, go to bed and to have your little time, you saw Jack Sprat. So that breast belonged to Jack Sprat. Hello? It's not the big things or the lessons. It's the little things. Look at the A. Look at the I. That's the I. Look at the T to cross the T. Those are the lessons. It's not philosophy is the lesson. You look at this big word and no, is the little eye, the dotting of the eye. Great delusion. Hmm? The crossing of the T. Those are where you found the lessons. Because you and this lady, even if you're married to her, you gave her a ring. Why the hell you gonna tattoo her name on you? You engraved it in your skin. It's not coming out. Try as you may. Burn it, whatever with it. It's there. Yeah. So you imagine now you go and okay, I met this girl, this lady, and we love each other, yeah, and we make sort of plan, and we're moving in with each other, and all over you is tattooed a next man name. The man is not even on the man is not late. The man is well alive. So how much persons are you going to get to tattoo their name on you? This is a vow you make unto the person. Have no other God before him. This is a vow, and a vow that is still standing there in front of your face. Sometimes the things the person done to you, you want to even take off that part of the body and throw it away. Be careful of what we do to ourselves. Be careful of how we think. Have a vow, don't make a vow, and don't pay it. It's better not to vow than to vow and don't pay it. And that's the new trend you look at now. And you gotta smile. I said, well, I don't think these people think, because your eyes flickered. Okay, I love this person. You saw love just flickered in front. And the same mouth that said, I love you, is the same mouth that used the word, I hate you. You'll never throw away your phone. Okay, then keep your phone. It seems like you have somebody very special tattooed in the phone. So we have to look at these things, and we have to look at them. Are they really beneficial to us? Hmm? Really? This guy couldn't be with the girl anymore the moment he realized and asked. Because if he's putting his head on the breast, he's putting his head on the man's name, on the man himself. We have to be careful. We have to be careful what we engraved on ourselves and in our mind. We should live in a way that memories don't live like how people live, but if something happened and we gotta move on, we had to move on. Oh, it would have died out of the phone. I believe so. Phone is useless. maybe he rather to keep the phone because he can erase what is in the phone, but he can't erase what is on his body. Maybe that's what he's saying. Of course. Because if you did took a picture, you can erase, you can take out the picture. And what has been spoken on the phone, what text message or what, you can still get them back, but you can out them out. I believe you. I understand what you're saying now. than putting it onto your body. Because worse, if that person have done you something really hurtful, and I mean hurt, that you can't get over it. And every time you look in the mirror, this is the name you saw standing on you. We have to be careful. We have to be careful. Don't matter who I love. I ain't want you engraved on my skin. No. And I say to my, don't you ever go and let any engrave anybody on your skin, my darling dear. That's my children. Keep that part clean. Keep it out. Keep it out. Okay. So, can you imagine you still remember the name? And you look at yourself. Oh, that is torture. That's a living torture. And worst of all, the person might see you anywhere, anyhow, and feel like, okay, I can come and throw my hands around you because you are carrying my engravement on your skin. Even when you get married with a ring and the exchange of the name is in the ring, you can do away with the ring. You go in front of the judge and him say you are no longer man and wife. You can put away the ring. It's still going to be there on record that you was Jane Doe, but you don't have Jane Doe on your body. So when you look, you're carrying a clean, nice skin. Yeah, only the memories will be there. And it applies to now, but you realize this is what you see happening now. Yeah, no, the Israelite, they are not to put on any engravement on their skin. Well, this time, sometimes I look at these things. If I'm really reading something, and sometimes, you came upon some things, and I look at these things, and you think about them, and you ask on the question, my God, what persons do think when they do certain things unto themselves. A little did they know. This man, I don't know how he did it. I don't know how he did it, but it was done. And this is the woman he was living with. A matter of fact, I thought they were married as well. The girl I knew quite well. And whatever came between the both of them, yep, yeah, he took her life and he went to the genital and he took that part out. and place it on a plate. Yeah. Real something, I'm telling you. It's not an Anansi story. He took her life and he went down to the lower part that he used to enjoy so much. And he carefully took it out and placed it on a plate on his dining table. Alarm was raised of what happened. And when the lawmen came, they saw such thing sitting on the table. So the young lady did not even get the opportunity to take the vulvas them with her, because he could not carve out the inside, so it would be the vulva and the all of that compartment there. This was a sick person, because whatever caused you to do such, that wouldn't be a nice story, because you already took her life. She is on the bed, and you could take a nice knife and took out the vulva without even breaking it and place it on a table right there. So everybody was sort of saying maybe she was being unfaithful to him, but at least if she was even unfaithful, you have already taken her life. So let her go with what she have. What are you going to do with this piece of material? Listen, man, there's some thinking. There's some thinking out there. It's not easy. And on the cherubim of the mercy, yeah, the angels. So you had to be careful of things. Be careful of your vows, because your vow is going to be your judge. It's going to be your executioner. The vow, you didn't pay it. And it's the reason when God says, these things should not be done. Make no graven image. Don't put in an engravement on your skin. What are you doing that for? Because you're going very contrary to everything else. Understand? So don't matter what you achieve on earth. Remember, the strength and the life is from God Himself. And nobody, if you don't go to church or whatever, nobody won't spank you with that. But in your own humble way, remember to say, thank you, Lord. And that brings me right back to the people who is saying, oh, go and read the Psalms for the person. Oh, go and do this for the person. It may never happen. Whatever your desire is towards the person. He asks you, can a man take fire in his bosom and don't get burned? Because whatever you put your hand, evilness, you put your hands to, it's going to come right back to you. He said, leave everything to him. And that's all you have to do. Just leave it right there. Leave everything to him. You know? So I go with Omar and say, I'm not trade away my phone. Keep your phone at Omar. Everything can come out. You can, what do you call it? Wipe that phone clean and start all over again. You put on these things for your skin, you can't get it off. It is there as a big reminder and only vexation of spirit when you look at it because this person, I put my all in it. She is, he is, she is. And then when you look, you're left with an engravement. Some person even put the picture of the person on them. So you left with that, only to angry your spirit. So the world is his, and everything that there is his. He gave it to us for the comfort and the satisfaction of us. Um, well, there's you didn't say vision, so yeah, dream, unusual dreams, yeah. Vision is different from dreams. Vision is here you sit right now and you saw where you could use some money and some of your saving, and you said, okay, if I build a supermarket or I build an open air market, um, it would serve this community. Serves me too. Employ people. Well, that's all you can say is what everyone know. Have a knowledge of their self, what they need to do and what they can do. Understand? All you had to do is be like John the Baptist, preaching repentance in the wilderness. Yeah. So things are so according to what is happening, but we have to stand strong, stay in a stable mind. You talking me? Not really. I'm not really. I don't like meat. I eat little and less meat. You know. But I wouldn't say that I'm a full-fledged vegetarian. Uh, it is because if I say that, I would be saying to you, I only eat so and so. And the next thing with that, it's not. Um, Meat is the vegetables. Flesh is so. Yes, I'm not a straight out, but I mixed everything. But I think less meat to me is better consuming so much flesh into your body. Because when those flesh started to rot, oh, you, what are you thinking to do? You want to go on the vegetarian side? You want to be a vegan? You can. You can. Consider each time ourselves and the things we do and the after effect of some of the things that we have done. It is there to haunt us. It is there not going no place. It's not moving. It's there. You know? Yeah. So Um, no, none of the. No, this doesn't have anything to do with money. Yeah, you know. But these are things that we have to know ourselves. And as I said before, it's the little T and the little I and the little, these are the things you get such great lessons from. You know, sometimes we look, yeah, sometimes we look at some things and ask why this happen? Why? The why is from us. It's how we do it. It's how we do it. You have to, it said faith is the evidence of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen. So you don't see certain things, but you prayed for it until it come. When that gate open, only when you step through and when all is all, you're going to say, but I remember I was praying for this a long time ago. And yeah. Yes, Amara, I am happy that you do not play the. Oh, you could do live to my cards? Okay. Okay. I got you. I want to play then. Right? So, it is these things that we look on and these things that we do, but that's what they do. Let's anyone you're concerned to you. Okay. So, yes, we look at these things and we learn from them as we go day by day. Some of the things they look lovely and we say, oh, it looked nice and it's, yeah. But little did we know what we are doing. Okay? So remember, if you vow a vow, pay it. And a vow is nothing easy to keep. You just vow the vow, and by the time you walk away, you forget. Everything can happen tomorrow, my sweetie. Yeah. So many things you ask and say, oh, yeah, but is it must happen? Yeah, you gotta pass on that one. So we look at these things in our lives around us and we started off with stress. Let nothing stress you to the point. Mm-mm. Sin is not going to come into man, right? Let nothing shove you to the stressful point, you know? Just keep it and keep your focus. Keep focus. And of course, we will overcome. We will overcome. We will be on top. And remember, if you vow a vow to the Lord or to anybody, not only to God, keep it. Keep it. If you read that part, it will tell you exactly. Suffer not that thy mouth will cause your flesh to suffer. I would love you someone to read it. And you get home and after you get off the live, you can read it. Ecclesiastic 5. Words of wisdom. Solomon was very wise. That's what it says. And what did he ask for? Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. He didn't ask for wealth. He didn't ask for riches. He said, give me wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that I will able to live. When I have that, then riches will come because you have what it is to bring the riches. Okay? So he didn't ask for riches. And that's the why the Lord have blessed him immensely and do upon him what he asks for. So we have to be on a wise pathway, on a wise track, and stop pulling up Psalms and say, I'm reading this for this one and reading that for. Read to help you to go on through life, to protect yourself while God is protecting you, not to do things to destroy other persons. Because guess what? Our tongue is a weapon. And most of the time, that weapon turns on us. Instead of the person that you are praying and hoping to happen, it turned its handle the other way and it turns on us. Okay? And sometimes it makes you realize that persons don't. We just talk. We don't think before we talk. This is what's going on here, so. She's a Hindu. Oh, then. Okay then. Oh. Okay, so then it was a good one. And I am sure those that have not even participated into the comment section, I know you learned something you weren't thinking about. Well, yes, it came out to you right there and then. Okay? And these are things, it said, think on these things. Think on these things. And we will realize we can teach ourselves the things then. Just think on these things. All right? So it was good for us to have these reasoning. And we reason and reason and reason. We brought out points comment section, being active and happy with Ellie and Omar. And who else? Is there anybody else? Leave a comment there. For the person that have not subscribed yet, could you please subscribe, like, and share on the live? And we would like to see you another time visiting on the live. Solomon is still very Solomon is still very wise, of course. Right? We would like to see you coming back to the live, okay? We have different things that we have shared, participating. Yeah. So you'll never know what is coming, right? So she no doubt understand how she does it. Everybody always scream at her all the time, but she never loses her temperature. Wow. She have she have her feet. Yeah. So please visit again. If it's visit you visit, please come back. We have many things that we went through with in consciousness, and we share, and each one learn from each one. This lady, she don't watch the noise of the market. She watch the sale, Omar. So you can always creel and go on. She have her head screwed on. She have her eyes fixed. So you can always creel. You go on. You not what she watching the sale. She not watching the noise. No noise for her. She watching how the dollars going, where they going, how they coming. Okay, okay then. I'll join you at the neurological. Yeah. Okay. So you and others, Omar, can always creel at her. She sent to you consultant constantly. Okay. Right? She sent to you, she not watching for the screaming. She's looking how the dollars going, where they're going. Oh, if everything is dropping in the till, how the goods going, if any goods coming out that she not sees, she don't have any time to watch you screaming. She's just doing what she is doing. You know, she's steadfast, unmovable. That is what she's doing, Omar. So you might as well stop screaming. You might as well stop screaming, my friend. You're drinking water. All right. Um, if you have some cinnamon, get some cinnamon stick. You can just put one or two in your boiling thing and drink your cinnamon. Yes. Good for you. Okay, then. It was a pleasure being here, and it's always a pleasure to have all of you here with me. And we share our thoughts, we share our mind, we share everything. You understand? That other persons will understand and learn things that they didn't look to see it as it's nothing, it is something, and it is important for you to know. Have yourself, now you're already in Saturday, you are going Sunday, and I am going to be going into Saturday. Okay, so Omar and you is actually carrying the same time, I think. I don't remember where Omar is. Good. Think on these things. Walk before you run. Stand up, look left, right, and then you go. Yes. Yeah, everyone have different strengths and weakness. I said that earlier on before you came on. You know, The thing I can will stand up with, you can't. And the thing you know, everybody have different strength and weakness. But I'm telling you, stop screaming at her because that not moving her one bit. She stand firm. That not moving her. So you might as well don't worry squealing. Don't worry shout. You know? So, okay then. Have yourself a good day. You are going to church. Enjoy your church service. Go with a purpose on your mind. Go listening and hearing something that will, you can relate to. Okay? So, thank all of you for being here. And for those that came, please return. Please return. So subscribe if you have not subscribed, like and share. Thank you, thank you. Remember, love yourself. Nobody will love you the way you love yourself. Love yourself first before you love somebody else. Jerk chicken and roti. I hear you. Brown rice and peas. It sounds like a cooking man. A large glass of pineapple. Bye bye. 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 Mm. Bye. Enjoy. Enjoy. The roti nice. I love roti. Dal and button roti. Okay. All right, my dear. Take it easy and we will speak again. No kitchen for tomorrow. I'm not sure. I shouldn't say that yet, but if I'm coming then. But normally I don't come in kitchen on Saturdays. The weekends are always for the other people. Okay? So it's not a sure thing. So thank you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless each and every one of you. God bless you. God bless you. And thank you for supporting me in the way you are doing. Thank you. Peace out. Peace, peace, peace. Bye.